Alrighty, section 3.1, numero diez. This is our last example for this section. So basically all I want to show you lastly here is how if you were to write every equation in slope-intercept form, it would kind of tell us whether or not we have one solution, no solutions, or infinite solutions. Okay, so let's just talk about it generally first, and then we'll go and we'll do that with this example right here. So if you think about slope-intercept form, right, y equals mx plus b, right, where m is our slope and our b is our y-intercept. Basically, if you look at these two graphs right here, what can you tell me about their m's? Well, this is positive and this is negative. Basically, the m's are different, right? So the m's are different. And then what can you tell me about the y-intercepts? Oh, look, they're different too. So y-intercepts are different. Okay? And that's always going to be true. If you take these two equations and if you look at their slope and the y-intercept, if they're both different, then you know that they're going to have one solution. Now, if you look here though, with the no solution, what do you notice about the slopes of both of these lines? That's right. M is the same, and 2, the y-intercept is different. Okay, so we know that if the slopes are the same but the y-intercepts are different, we know that we're going to have no solution because they can never ever cross if they have the exact same slope. And then this here, m and y-intercept is the same, right? Because it's the same line. It's the same line twice. They're just stacked on top of one another, so they have the same slope and then that same y-intercept. Okay, so we're going to use these general rules here to actually do this last problem here. So basically, in this example, we're just going to write everything in slope-intercept form, solve for y, and then we'll use these general rules that we just kind of went over, all right? So let's go ahead and start off with this bad boy. So let's start with this guy. 3x minus 6y equals 9. This is solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides. And I get negative 6y is equal to negative 3x plus 9. Then I'm going to divide everything by negative 6. So y is equal to negative 3 over 6 is just 1/2. 9 over negative 6 is negative 3/2. Okay? So let's do the same thing now for this guy right here. X minus 2y equal to 3. So I'm going to subtract x. And I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. So I get negative 1 over negative 2 is a positive 1/2. And a positive 3 over negative 2 is the same thing as saying negative 3/2. And what do you know? Both of the lines are exactly the same, right? And we learned right here that when the m and the y-intercept are exactly the same, then it's infinite number of solutions. And so that's what we have right here. So the answer for the first system of equations is infinite. Okay, coming over here now. Let's maybe just put like a little dividing line right here. Okay. So we'll just do that right there. Let's do the same thing. Let's just go ahead and solve for y here. All right, so if I take this first one, if I subtract the 1 over there, I'll get 5y is equal to negative 2x minus 1. And then if I divide by 5, I'll get negative 2 over 5x minus 1 over 5. Okay, and then if I do the same thing for this guy, subtract 3 over there, I get 10y is equal to negative 4x minus 3. Divide everything by 10. Negative 4 over 10 is negative 2/5 x. And then that's negative 3 over 10. So what do you know? They have the same y-intercept, but a different y-intercept. Okay, see right here? Same m, but different y-intercept. So that means we have no solutions. Cool beans. So no solutions.